it's Dr. Aimee, and today I want to talk about something a little bit exciting, or not. So, let's talk about poop, alright? And why would I want to talk about dog feces or cat feces? Well, believe it or not, your animal's poop can have a lot to do with not only their health, but with your health. So, does your animal's poop got them feeling pooped? That's the question of the day. So in May, we are going to be doing something a little special. There is a new test out there that allows us to determine if your pet has parasites, and it's a lot more accurate than what it used to be. So the way we used to do it is you bring us in a poop sample in a little baggie, and we would squish it up in a solution and we would let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes, or potentially even put it in a centrifuge. And what we're wanting to do is to get the eggs to float to the surface so that we can then look under a microscope and see if we can identify eggs. Well, if you've got an animal who has parasites in their intestinal tract, but they're not shedding eggs, or the eggs are really heavy, or maybe the feces or the poop isn't real fresh, we may think that your pet actually doesn't have parasites, but they do. So there is a test coming out, and they're actually looking for a protein that an adult worm releases. So it's a lot more accurate. So here is what I would like you to do. All through the month of March, or excuse me, May, I've lost time already, so all through the month of May, starting May 1st, we are offering that you bring in a very fresh poop sample, and we're going to give you the containers, and we're going to show you how to collect it. Unfortunately, we're not going to collect it for you, but if you do want to bring your pet to us, we can actually do that as well. But the reason we want to do this is we want to determine if maybe we've been missing some parasites, okay? And then based on what parasites we find, there will be a treatment plan associated with that. But why is this important? Well, first and foremost, it's not just these guys right here who have the parasites. You can have monsters living inside of you. And if you're doing what I'm doing right now, and you're loving on your dog, and you've let them lick your face, we all know what dogs do with their tongues, right? And they're infected, they can pass that infection on to you. And kids are especially at risk. And they do get multiple forms of certain types of worms. It might be skin rashes. It might be that they get a worm that gets into their eye, and that can lead to someone going blind or losing their eye. And those parasites, this larval form of parasites, can actually go to the brain as well, causing a serious brain problem, okay? What we call encephalitis, that can actually lead to brain damage, okay? And I don't ever want you to have to face that. It would be so, I mean, my God, that would be devastating, right? So we want to keep these babies healthy and happy, but I also want to keep your two-legged type healthy and happy, and I want to help keep you healthy and happy. So for the month of May, for a measly $10, we are allowing anyone to bring in their feces sample. We're sending it out to the lab, and they're going to run these tests, and we're going to get some amazing information. And then depending on what we find, you're going to sit down with me, and we're personally going to discuss how we go about treating the infection if they have one, and prevention, prevention, prevention. It is all about prevention. And I have some different ideas about prevention out there. I do think we need to use the worming medications to get rid of some worms, but there's other things for those of you who are a little bit more holistically minded that we can also pursue, and I am very open to that. In fact, I like it. And to me, number one way to keep an animal healthy, to prevent parasites, is a healthy immune system. So, bring in your poop sample. We're going to show you how it's done. It's only $10, and let's see if your pet is healthy and happy, or if we need to sit down together, you and I, and discuss how we're going to get them that way. But here is to keeping you, your pets, and your family healthy. And I know that is what you want, because you love them very, very much, and you never want to think that they are sitting there with monsters inside of them that they never even knew about and could be harming them. So this is Dr. Aimee. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in May.